about 80% of a child's success, even in school, is attributable to things that the school has no control over, right? Or did have no control over in the 60s. Right? Anybody familiar with the Coleman Report, Equality of Educational Opportunity? I'm not surprised to see that, Patrick. In 1966, Coleman did a huge study, mostly in the South, examining what factors, school-related factors, teacher-related factors, family-related factors, community-related factors, seemed most associated with students' academic success. What they found, and I said 80%, it ranged from 80% to 90% of a child's academic success was what they called at the time SES, demographic factors. Among those, right, well, let me back up, the impact of schools was greatest for, at that time, black students in the South, which I think has some implications for us, because it suggests that schools are particularly important, all schools, not just early childhood, are particularly important for kids who come from disadvantaged backgrounds, right? It may or may not, and this is going to sound a little cynical, truly be the great equalizer, but it is certainly a lever by which we can affect equalization. Right? So it becomes very important. Later research after that indicated that one of the most critical factors, in fact, several of the studies in the late 60s up through about the early 80s, found that the most important factor for a child's academic success, and I'll move beyond academic success in a moment, was the verbal ability of the mother. Right? The ability of, that's exactly the way the research at that time worded it, right? But the ability of the mother to speak well to the child, fluently with the child, frequently with the child. Right? Over time, that came to include the primary caregiver, right? They tended to refer to it that way. But if the thing that strikes me, particularly about what Sarah said, is, and I think of my own family. My daughters grew up in a two-career household. We both worked. Right? Two professional households. So we both worked. We both wanted to go back to work. We spoke to them a lot. But the fact of the matter is, of their waking hours, they spent probably as much or more time with the caregivers we had for them in those early years than they did directly with either their mother or with me. Which means that while we certainly had an impact on that, those people become critical. They become absolutely critical.